They get it back. Here's Dunleavy, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. Chicago shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Butler from outside. And that's not going to go. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Bulls leading by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in the small forward position. Nobody near Irving. Mozgov kicks to Irving. Over Rose. Out to Smith. James outside. Tries yet again. Outside Irving. Fires from the wing. Good. Irving's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Cavs.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for him today.
Yeah, they found that sweet spot between the paint and the three-point line, and they're knocking a lot of those shots down. Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. You look at Butler, a top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
Well, night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. If you pick one way to deal with them, they'll just find another way to beat you.
Well, when you look at those numbers, you can tell that among the NBA's perimeter players, Steve, they're as explosive as it gets. It takes a lot of energy expended to defend any of them.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. 5th in three-point shooting. 8th in scoring. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And what jumps out at me, Clark, is the three-point percentage that you talked about. This is a team that you have to defend all over the floor. And it becomes such a task defensively when you have to cover out to the three-point line, because now it opens up passing and driving lanes inside.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
Double team on Rose. Pass to Gasol. Back to Rose. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Rose has got 9 points.
Shaky defense down low again. It's been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like they have inside.
That's a pretty good finish to a very shaky offensive possession.
And stolen by Love. Here's Irving. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Irving's got 23 points.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And the foul called on Pau Gasol.
That's his second personal
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
For the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumpert comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. The Bulls also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. And Heinrich gets it to go.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Kicks it out to James. Dellavedova dishes to Love. The feed now to LeBron. Love right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Still Chicago. 24 seconds.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Boston Celtics. Brooks, the best to Mirotic. Misses the 3.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
The shot by Heinrich no good. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Baseline J on the way. And LeBron with the basket, the assist from Dellavedova.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that. What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against Milwaukee. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Smith is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. They swipe it. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. The Bulls leading by 8. Butler attacking. And Mirotic kicks to Butler. They get it again.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
Wallace with it. Puts it up from 17. Here's Mozgov. Knocked away. The kick out to Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Mirotic with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Nice shot by Brooks.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Chicago making some changes. Dunleavy comes in for Taj Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Noah with the block. No one near James as he lets it go. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Rose. And good on the basket. Book it.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And finished off by Noah. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
He's been the guy on the boards today, no question.
Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
Shots good from Butler.
Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
They grab their own miss. Love with a wide-open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Rose against Irving. From deep. Rose, no good.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just one three-pointer in the first half and still none in the second. He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
Into Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. That's 12 points for Joakim Noah.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Left side, Butler. Pass to Mirotic. Rose gets a wide-open look. Drains the three-pointer. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside. He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Irving's shot is good.
He has not been able to find the range here in the fourth. Just 1 of 5 field goals.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
Yeah, he'll take those all day.
Here's LeBron. No good off the front iron.
Boy, look at the rebound totals. He is absolutely dominating out there.
Boy, that's been something to watch. My goodness.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in what should be a nice win here for Chicago.
Clark, the biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other two.
You know, I thought both teams worked hard at both ends, but sky-high field goal percentage and pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Excellent effort tonight.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Derrick Rose. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
Chicago's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He hits the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits. A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumpert comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. Chicago also making some changes. Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Butler.
Boy, Kevin, what a sweet stroke from LeBron that trip.
And an intentional foul right there.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Absolutely, Clark. You know sometimes the frustration can show in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right here. Clutch free throws there to ensure that they're going to go home with the W.
Outside jumper. Dishes it to Irving. Fades back. The shot is off.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Well, it's time to say